a lot of companies benefit from having an overvalued dollar. Walmart has put a lot of effort over the years in creating low-cost supply chains. That means getting the cheapest possible products from producers in Thailand, Vietnam, China, and other countries. They don't want to see everything that they buy from those countries go up in price by 20 or 30%, because that will eat into their profit margins. Same sort of story with manufacturers like General Electric. You know, they manufacture all over the world. They have more jobs outside the United States than inside the United States. So they don't want to see the stuff they produce in these other countries increase in price in dollar terms by 15, 20, 30%, whatever it might be. So you have a lot of companies that benefit very directly from having an overvalued dollar. And the fact that it costs jobs here, that's not really their concern. And they'll tell you that. They're there to make profit. They're not there to ensure that we have full employment in the United States.
Right. And I guess when we talk about political will, it seems to me that maybe one of the problems is that they know exactly what their interests are if you're Walmart, and they will make that known. But I suspect that a lot of people who would want to advocate for fuller employment may not be as dialed into this issue as they might be, and so maybe they're not pressing for it as strongly as they might be.
Well, they don't have anyone who works for them, gets paid, what David Plouffe gets, his $1 million plus, whatever he's getting from Uber. So, they don't have a lobbyist who's out there saying, hey, what can we do to ensure that we get full employment, and who has a direct line to the Obama administration, direct line to all the people in Congress. I mean, we do have people on the right side. I think the unions, for the most part, are on the right side, and they're pushing here. But they don't have the sort of influence that, General Electric does. One of the things I like to point out when you look at these trade deals, General Electric is at the table. Walmart's at the table. For the most part, the working people in the United States don't have anyone at the table.
Yeah, well, that's a great point. And I guess related to that is the issue of the Trans-Pacific Partnership. I don't know if I've read a lot of your stuff. I don't know if you've been writing much about that lately, or what your thoughts are about the latest revelations on that. But any thoughts on the TPP?
Yeah, I think this really should be shot down. I guess I'm getting more upset about it because I really didn't intend on doing a lot, but I'm hearing so much stuff that just complete nonsense coming out from the side pushing for the deal. So, for example, 13 former Democratic governors signed a letter talking about how this is such a great deal, and they said, look, we've personally seen the jobs that have been created from exports, and they talk about the number of jobs that have been created by the growth of exports over the last 5 years. Well, haven't they personally seen the jobs that were lost to imports? This is the sort of joke stuff that just gets me angry. I'm sorry, because they're not stupid people. I really can't believe that they're that stupid. They understand that, if we export car parts to Mexico instead of sending them to an assembly plant in Ohio, that's not net job creation. But the way they're talking, that is. They aren't that stupid. So when you hear people who know a lot better saying bald-faced lies to try and convince the public that this is a good deal, I'm sorry, it just gets me angry. And, this is mostly about, I was talking before about patents and copyrights, this is mostly about setting up a business-friendly regulatory system that we're going to impose on other countries and also ourselves, because we're setting up these extrajudicial investor-state dispute mechanisms. People say this, I think it's a conspiracy. They're there. They're real, which can override domestic laws at any level of government. It could be federal laws, it could be state laws, local laws. They could override zoning restrictions, labor laws at the state level. If a state has a minimum wage law or a requirement that firms give workers family leave or sick pay, those could all be contested before these investor-state dispute panels. So this is the sort of thing, like, why on earth should the public support this?